that is a dream of mine. An end game would be to be surrounded by nature. Northern Ontario, Canada. Wow, okay, yeah, I mean, you've got some of the most beautiful geography going, for sure. Okay, we get to start with 70. It just turned to 69 steps, but we start with 70 steps this day because in the last run, we hit a room that gave us plus 20 to the start. We've also unlocked this little side room that gives us a pretty cool roll. Still in about 2 feet of snow here. Damn. And so what, will it eventually thaw out and you actually get like a green biome as well? Or is it permanently snow where you are? Special footprints. Okay, this is actually great because we've got so many steps. Rooms in your house will be more likely to contain dig spots. Yeah. Items for trade. This is actually cool. Yeah, this might be really clutch. We're going to go for it. Because we've got so many steps. Okay, so that's permanently on if we keep it on. Yeah, we get spring soonish. Then by July, we have about 2 months of warm summer. That's tragic. Summer, then a few months of autumn, then 6 months of winter. To be fair, you know, how do you find it? Is that a good balance for you, or would you prefer there to be a little bit more sun? Okay, we're gonna start making choices now. So on day 1, we made it into the antchamber, and we made it into the west side. So we've been aiming for either east, or I guess straight north is fine too. But ideally we want to be going east, sorry. Personally, I love winter. I would love longer autumn, to be honest. Not a fan of the heat. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. And I think I'm in a similar... So, I would take a cold night over a hot night any day of the week. But I do like warmth during the day, I think. I'm kind of in a bit of an awkward spot with that one. Okay. This keeps our options wide open, but this gives us some very good resources. So we're going to go for this one off rip. It is turning the north direction into a dead end for now, but we may be able to work around. Get 10 coins, a diamond, and a key, which is pretty good. I do like a good sunshine afternoon for sure. Yeah, it's just nice, man. It's nice to have some warmth. Okay, gonna go parlor. So the way the parlor works is one box, at least one box is always going to be telling the truth. At least one box is always going to be lying. And one box will contain a prize. Okay, this will make sense soon. But when it gets above 20 Celsius, my mental health starts to be upset unless I can be in water. Yeah, that's very fair, and I completely relate to you there as well. Yeah, and that's one of the downfalls of being a city dweller like myself. Very little access to open water, dude. All 3 statements are false. So this is definitely a lying box, right? Because at least one has to be true. 2 statements are false. So this is more likely to be the truth teller. The gems are in the box with a false statement. So that would suggest that these 2 are telling the truth for once, and this is the box with a false statement, and therefore the one with the coin. Because remember, at least one is telling the truth, and at least one is lying. So 2 statements are false would be the true box. The gem is in a box with a false statement would be another true box. So in this case, 2 boxes are true, and then all statements are false is a lie. So with a false statement. Okay, so I think it's in this one. And I'm wrong. Oh, for crying out loud. Maybe I fucked up. 2 statements are false. The gems are in a box with a false statement. Yeah, so I messed up. And it does happen. Oh. Hello. Coin purse. Each time you collect 3, earn an additional 1. But if white is true... Oh, yeah. Ugh, yeah. Yeah. I was just being silly just then. Damn, so I guess it would have been middle 1. Yeah. Yeah. I was being silly. But yeah, anyway. We move on. We read this letter. It's going to be the same every time. It was a great honor received. Yeah. Explains the rules. Okay. So, if we choose the bedroom, it's going to... if you look at the blueprint in the bottom left, it's going to be a dead end. Gems are... Oh, yeah, exactly. Gems aren't important. Yeah, very true. Yeah. Unfortunately, my brain got a little bit fried by the frustration of that bloody office challenge. Right, Nook is the only option that's actually viable because it takes us upwards and onwards. And we get a key. Items of sale, and we've got quite a lot of coins. But then it does turn us inwards, which isn't so great. Tricky one. Let's see what those items are. Cost us 2 steps. Shovel is pretty great. I have no idea what Salt Shaker is. But Shovel is pretty great. We can almost get both. So I'll get Shovel for now, and then I'm actually going to get the Salt Shaker just to see what it is, if we manage to get any more coins. Drawing Room, very, very strong. It allows us to re-roll any of our room drawing choices. Unfortunately, though, because of its positioning, we will only get 1 door. We just got the Shovel. So courtyard would be quite good as well, because there's usually dig spots, and that's what the shovel's for. And I think, in my opinion, it leads us into a better direction. So we're going to spend those steps, and we're going to go into the courtyard. Fingers crossed we get some gold. Turnip for 6 steps, not bad. Old shoe. Hate to see it. Okay, security is pretty damn strong. Pantry for that extra gold if we really wanted it, but yeah, we still got the steps, so I'm going to go for security. So, through the security computer, you can manipulate the key card door system. So by turning the security level to low, we are reducing the amount of doors that will require key cards that will generate this run. And then we can also change the behavior of the doors when they're in the offline mode or offline state, and by default they will lock if they lose power, but we can change it so they will actually unlock if they lose power, which could be great later on. I know it probably sounds complicated, but once you do it a couple times, it's definitely a game that I think makes more sense the longer you play it. I never noticed your character moves. I never noticed that. I actually thought it was always static. That's pretty cool. Anyway. Right, so we have to go east at the moment. Launder currency. Okay. We're going to go for billiard room, because dark room, you don't get to see what room you are drafting. Like, from it. You don't get to see. You have to just pick, like, out of 3 random, like, black squares, basically. And it can be terrifying. So, we're going to go billiard. Okay. So, I couldn't tell you exactly how this goes down. But I will try and talk my way through it a little bit. So, if it's the inner ring, like the inner ring, triangle, that is just the raw number. So 15 was just the raw number, right? If it is this ring, that is subtraction. So, and then if it's this string, it'd be multiplication. That's about as best as I can describe it at the moment, right? So I'll walk through what I'm going to do here. So 20 take away 18 would be 2, right? And then 2 times 6 would be 12. Right? If it's out here, it's multiplication. Okay? So we've got... Oh, man. So, I don't know. 16... No, this is not multiplication. This is division. Sorry. So, 16 take away 6 is 10. Divided by 10 is 1. Times 20 is 20. Right? And so you see, like, I only have... The numbers only go up to 20 that you have access to. So, you have to basically do the math in a way that allows you to still pick the numbers you're limited to. And that's like the only zodiac that you get, in my opinion, really. Math is definitely... I can be... It's like, this is kind of like algebra, kind of. It's kind of like jumbled up algebra, and that's my strongest mathematical area. So, yeah, I'm not great with math. I'm a computer scientist with... so is Zamihed, funnily enough. We're studying game development. So we kind of, through blunt force, was forced to get a little bit comfortable with trigonometry, algebra, and that's about it. Really, there's vertex math as well, but that's basically kind of trig in a way. Anyway, 20 plus 3, no. Okay. So, 20 times 3 is 60. 60 divided by 6 is 10. I've already lost track of what I've done. 23. No. 20 times 3 is 60. Divided by 6 is 10. And then what? Take away 3 is 7 plus 3 is 10. So we're back to 10. Jesus. That's what I mean. It's like jumbled. It's jumbled algebra. I can't figure out the... If there's any method to actually see the order of the numbers and how you're supposed to execute them, I haven't figured it out yet. I'm literally doing jumbled algebra. Yeah. Dude. Yeah, I don't even want to... I don't know how many more of those I can do today, if I'm honest with you. Okay. Pantry... Wait. We want more money, because we can then go back and buy the salt. So we'll go pantry. We also get more steps from it, because there's usually some fruit. Fruit gives you more steps. Get +2. Nothing crazy. But we're going to go back now. I'm going to buy the salt and see what it does. Just in the name of science, really. More than anything else. Okay, let's see what it does. Whenever you eat food, gain extra step. Okay. Not terrible. Not amazing either, but not terrible. Okay. Passageway is pretty damn clutch. It's going to cost us 6 steps, but we're still quite rich in steps, so I think it's going to be worth it. And I think it's pretty clutch, man, because it just gives us two options, so we can't just hit a dead end as easily. Hallway, amazing, but it's aimed the wrong way. Corridor is going to have to be the way to go. I still don't even really know what the foundation offers, so it might not be that important. We're doing it, though. We're doing it. Right, so this is a room that we unlocked that is now permanently going to be here. As you can see, there's like an elevator with a switch that we can't reach, as far as I'm aware. And it seems to take you all the way down. And when we did get into the antechamber, there was a clue. And the clue said, sometimes the only way up is down. So it kind of gave you the impression that you want to go into the basement or something. Okay, we've got 3 keys, so I'll use one in this door. Bedroom, boudoir, garage. No, so if I chose the garage, it would completely dead end the entire west side, which is just not worth it. So we're gonna go boudoir, or bedroom even, which is just another name for boudoir, I'm pretty sure. Greetings from Reddington. Yeah. Wow, it's giving us the garage again. That's pretty crazy. It's not worth it though. I think the West Wing is the best option we got. This is such a weird roll already. This is such a weird run. This is a very odd run, because I'm like, this is like loads of space missing, and yeah, anyway. We get 8 coin. And I think we also get our fortune told, which is always fun. And again, like, getting used to the fact that not every item is interactable takes a little bit of time as well, because they really clutter every room with stuff. Alright, here we go. I don't know if you've seen the movie Big, but definitely a big shout out to the movie Big. You love that though, how much objects they put in the room. I don't know, man, why'd you have to be so creepy about it?
I see 8 red envelopes.
8?
Resting.
I thought there was 4 this whole time.
And
I don't know why.
8 at hand.
We've got number 4.
8 letters. Read. 7.
Okay.
Just like the art hanging on the walls of these rooms. There is.
Just like the art hanging. Just like the art hanging on these rooms, there is a letter missing. Yeah, great. You always such a help. Such a voice of assistance. A letter missing. Man, this has added more confusion to the bucket, if I'm honest with you. Okay, guest room gives us more steps. We're good for steps at the moment. We will lose 1 coin every time we go in here. Pool room starts taking us into a bit of an awkward direction. The chapel at least takes us north, so we're going to go chapel. It's annoying. It's not my favorite room in the world, but it's actually, as red rooms go, so red rooms usually have like a penalty to them. And as red rooms go, it's actually not too bad. Observatory. This would get us to 4 stars, which, or maybe 5 stars even, which would be 4-door rooms are more common. And I think that's actually a really good roll to get. So we're going to do it. There's like a little encyclopedia here for the constellations, and you'll see that like for each amount of stars that you see when you look through the observatory's telescope, will give you a certain reward, and it seems to stack. Every time you make a new observatory, you carry the previous amount of stars that you've already stacked, and you just get another star added on top. So we got to 4, so this next one should be rooms with 4 doors are more common. And then we've got like apples are more delicious. We get a key, we get gems. Dead end rooms are more common today. That one sucks. Everything is 50% off. That sounds great. 20 green rooms are more likely to contain special flowers. Don't know what that means yet. Haven't seen a special flower, full stop. But yeah, we'll observe the stars. Here they are. 5 stars. Rooms with 4 doors are more common today. Sounds pretty good. Cool. So we've still got the West Wing, observatory, and passageway as means to progress. And we've still got security if we get a key card, and we can still go back to the entrance hall and, you know, work our way through here. If we're super lucky, we can connect to the foundation. But even if we can't, we might be able to get some good items that enable us to progress. So we're not too close to being boxed in just yet, which is nice. Pool room again. Great hall. So I think this room has levers in it, if I'm not mistaken. The only downside being most of the doors require keys, and we've only got one key. Yeah, 7 locked doors. Yeah, exactly. That's a hard choice, man, because this pool room actually might not be closed at all. We're gonna have to use a key for it. Okay, we're gonna get the Great Hall because I'm pretty sure there are actually levers in here. I'm gonna start with this door and hope, fingers crossed, that it actually gets me out. I think it did. Nice. Okay. Archives. While drawing, you will no longer be able to see all 3 of your potential floor plans. I don't really know what that means. Cloister. This is new. It costs 9 steps. I've never seen it before, so we're going to have to go for it, but that's a lot of steps. Damn. We'll look around. We don't have a shovel, I don't think. And if we did, we couldn't access that dig spot anyway. Alright. Moment of truth, really. 3 locked doors. Okay, so we've got to go and find a way to get, at least, maybe hopefully earn a key. So we'll go back to the foundation and work our way down. This was a very goofy roll. Nice. Got a coin back for our troubles. Hey, got some steps back. Definitely needed those. And it's locked. That's not good. Alright, so the passageway. To the wall. To the sweat drip down my balls. It's open, thank God. Okay. Lose half your steps. Holy crap. Kitchen. No, we're going to have to go hallway. Outrageous. So, red memoirs are always lies. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. So, I guess that means they're more likely to be open. It's kind of weird because they have been locked. Green room does not cost gems. Okay, no, we're going to go for this one. So, the drawing room allows us to re-roll, which can be really good. If the door's open, which it is, and that's terrible news. That's awful news. We've only got 11 steps left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 5, but I don't think we can open this door. 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. I think this is a GG. We'll see in the security room. I think that door's locked though. Weird. I usually feel like I've got a very good sense of direction, but because of the step count, or cost for going into each room, it makes me second guess if I'm going in the right direction every decision I make. Yeah, we're not going to make it. This is it. 3, 2... That's it. We're forced to see another day. Alright, I think I've got one more run left in me. And then I think I'm going to have to take a break, because that billiard room gets me. and the safe, trying to figure out the safe combination, absolutely knackered my old brain out. Total room is 23. Rank reached 8. Rank is how high you make it in the building, so this is rank 1, rank 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, we made it to rank 8. Items found 1. New rooms 1. I think that was the cloister. That's definitely a new room. Seemed kind of pointless in the end, but I don't know. Save and continue. Let's go. Okay. Last day for today.